And we have the world champion in the 1500 meters from this week, ZHOU Hongzhuan, along with the 800 meters world champion from Doha, ZHOU Lihong. Two from China in this. And this is the last race of the night. So the women's 5,000 meters T54, the top three again to reach the final. McClammer, Kocherova, BABALOLA, ZOU, WALLENGREN, DEBRUNNER and ZOU. Two from China, one each from the USA, Russia, Nigeria, Sweden and Switzerland. Quite a few medals this week. ZOU, WALLENGREN, DEBRUNNER and ZOU already been on top of the podium here in Doha. Now this looks faster. Well, the second semi-final normally is. ZOU leading them out. ZOU in second place. Then McClammer in third. They're really going for this right from the get-go.
They are at that. China 1-2 all ready to start with USA in third place. ZOU and ZOU going through in first and second as they take the finishing line for the first time as they ease their way down the back straight. So China 1-2 with ZOU and ZOU in first and second place. It is the USA with Chelsea McClammer, who is in third place, and it's Switzerland with Catherine DeBrunner, who's in fourth place at the moment. But as they work their way around with 150 metres to go of this lap, it remains China in 1-2. Don't expect any speed to start with. You may well see a break in 2 or 3 laps' time, but they're going to work their way into the race. They realise the top three go through, and you don't want to ruin yourself early on to try and get through to the final. So as they come down to finish yet another lap, it is ZHOU Lihong who leads from ZHOU Hongzhuan, and in third place, it is Chelsea McClammer of the USA.
Yes, she's maintaining her rhythm very well, is ZHOU Hongzhuan. 2006 in Assen in the Netherlands, she won silver in the 100, and now here she is in the 5, a live contender. She's been very successful, and of the 7 in this, she's the one who's had the longest career, even though by a long distance she is not the oldest. She's actually the 3rd youngest here out of the 7, and she's out in front for the United States, Chelsea McClammer, who's only 21 years old, making a nice bit of impact in second place. United States parasport is growing all the time. Honestly, I'd have thought that it's the sort of background that they love in their sports stories in the United States. McClammer lying in second, ZOU leading the way through, and third is Catherine DeBrunner, fourth is ZOU, and on the outside for Sweden, Gunilla WALLENGREN. Silvers in the 2 in the 1500 meters so far this week, but last year she won silver in the 5,000 meters in Swansea in the Europeans, as well as silver in the 1500, bronze in the 4. Very tight, and that early acceleration that we saw was just slackened off a little bit, but probably by design more than fault.
So McClammer leads up front there from the Swiss athlete Catherine DeBrunner. It's China in third and fourth places, and the whole field at this moment are bunched up together. No one is going to make a break, but it will happen at some point over the next few laps. If you look at the times of these athletes, Chelsea McClammer has the much better lifetime best of any of these athletes, so she can go some compared to the rest of them. In second place, Catherine DeBrunner. Wallengren of Sweden, who's a silver medalist from 2014, the European Championships, and silver already here over 1,500 metres, is in fourth place and looking quite good at the moment. But it's ZHOU of China who is in third place, and ZOU who is in fourth, and ZHOU has made a break up to second place now. McClammer drops back to third, and in first place now it is Catherine DeBrunner who takes up the lead.
Should actually clarify with Chelsea McClammer, she's based in Illinois, the University of Illinois, the city of Champaign, along with Sarah Scaroni, but she's actually from Washington, which is a long way away, Benton City. But she's still in a good position in this 5,000 meters T54 race. Also up there, ZHOU, the reigning world champion in the 1500 from earlier this week. T54, one of the categories where the distances can certainly be spread around. DeBrunner leading for Switzerland. ZOU up there in second place. Wallengren's made a good move. ZHOU Lihong of China also. And McClammer happily tucked behind, having done a lot of the legwork early on. BABALOLA of Nigeria, fifth in the 200 meters. Well, it's in wheelchair racing where you can have such a massive gap in the distances being covered. And she's happily plodding away at the back at the moment. Doesn't need to do a huge amount of work. McClammer has done hers right now. China 1 and 2 up there.
ZOU from ZOU in third place. It is Switzerland with Catherine DEBRUNNER, who's working her way through. But as you mentioned a moment ago, BABALOLA, she's been there from Nigeria at the back for pretty much all of the race. So she has to do something as they come around to the second half of this race. But China 1-2, Switzerland in third. Chelsea McClammer has just dropped back slightly there, but she'll have a very good finish on her around the outside there in the yellow top. It is Gunilla WALLENGREN, silver medalist over 1,500 metres, but can she step up to the mark in the 5,000? So as they come through the finishing line, it is China 1-2, ZOU from ZOU, who goes through there, DEBRUNNER of Switzerland in third place, WALLENGREN of Sweden, who's in fourth. BABALOLA is bringing up the back of the field, but they're all very, very close together and bunched within around 5 or 6 metres of each other.
Yeah, the woman with 4 in her helmet is ZHOU Hongzhuan. She's the one who's been winning major championship medals since '06 and major championship golds since Beijing 2008. And there she is, gold in the 800 in her homeland in the home Paralympic Games. That remarkable opening ceremony where a wheelchair athlete climbed a rope to light the flame. ZOU Lihong, wearing 7 in her helmet, is the winner of the 800 this week. Silver in the 4. Bit more of a sprinter, but she's really holding her own well here. DEBRUNNER of Switzerland up there well also. Little bit of a gap emerging. They're spreading out a bit. In 4th place, McClammer for the USA. WALLENGREN in 5th. BABALOLA 6th, and at the back, Natalia KOCHEROVA of Russia. 6 laps, 2,400 meters to go.
So China still 1-2. DEBRUNNER of Switzerland, who is in 3. McClammer there in 4, and they're losing a couple off the back. It's BABALOLA who's being lost, and KOCHEROVA who have dropped back. So there's 2 that have dropped off. There are 5 who are up front fighting for only 3 places. It's ZOU Lihong who's going through in 1st place. DEBRUNNER who's now in 2nd, and the rest of the field are now coming back because the 5 out front have slowed down somewhat, but being dropped off the back still. It is BABALOLA of Nigeria as they work their way around. ZOU Lihong in front. DEBRUNNER of Switzerland, who is in 2nd place. Chelsea McClammer in 3rd, and in 4th place, Gunilla WALLENGREN, where she seems to have been sitting for a fair bit of this race. And the 2nd of the Chinese athletes, ZHOU Hongzhuan, is in 5th place. And bringing in behind her is Natalia KOCHEROVA of Russia as they come around with 5 laps remaining.
ZOU Lihong has done her work at the front for now. It's Catherine DEBRUNNER leading for Switzerland. Silver in the 200 meters, 4th in the 800 at this 7th IPC Athletics World Championships here in Doha this week. Hannah BABALOLA's fallen off the back for Nigeria. DEBRUNNER comfortably in front right now, and she's done her half lap, so she'll slide away off the front. And in the lead now is Chelsea McClammer of the United States, and there really will be quite the clamour. If they keep the speed up, might be all these 6 will go through. Teamwork, after all.
So Chelsea McClammer comes around into the home straight. It's Gunilla WALLENGREN, who is in 2nd place at the moment. And in 3rd and 4th place, it's the 2 Chinese athletes, ZOU Lihong and ZHOU Hongzhuan, who are 3rd and 4th. And it is of Switzerland, Catherine DEBRUNNER in 5th place, and coming through in 6th. It is KOCHEROVA of Russia, and BABALOLA is way off the back now. She's around 50 to 60 meters behind, and she's really struggling, is the Nigerian athlete. As they move around with Catherine DEBRUNNER in 3rd place, or 2nd place, I should say. Chelsea McClammer up front, the Chinese athletes of ZHOU and ZHOU in 3rd and 4th, respectively. And KOCHEROVA still hanging on there in 6th place in that group, who's at the front.
Yeah, WALLENGREN moving up as McClammer has done her duty now from one of the great athletics nations in Sweden. There's a real love of the sport in that nation. So successful. Yeah, field events certainly, but also, and we're looking at the IAAF circuit also here, the likes of hurdling. The Colour sisters and the Naughties, world champions, European champions. I wonder if WALLENGREN can pick off another major medal here. We've got 3 laps to go in this semi-final. It's WALLENGREN in front. It's McClammer in 2nd place. Then it's the two Chinese, ZHOU Lihong and ZHOU Hongzhuan. And at the back now, it's for Switzerland, DEBRUNNER, and for Russia, Kocherova. But they're still all very closely bunched together, and we can have a really good sprint here with 2.5 laps to go of this 5,000 meters. It's not a bad pace either. I should tell you the winning time last time out was 12:45 from Maddie de Rosario. It's still very much achievable. They're still bunched together. It's only the top three who we will definitely see in the final, but still being led out. Wallengren, McClammer still there, and the two Chinese, ZHOU Hongzhuan and ZHOU Lihong.
And as they come around with 10.5 minutes or so on the clock, so this is a much quicker heat, which will mean that that whole group of 6 athletes there could stand a chance of going through to the final if they keep up the pace they have at the moment. It's Wallengren who goes through in first place with 2 laps remaining, 800 meters to go in this women's 5,000 meters T54 race. It is McClammer who makes a move around the outside, and it is ZHOU Lihong of China who goes around the outside of McClammer, and her Chinese teammate goes with her, ZHOU Hongzhuan as well. And there goes ZHOU Lihong around the outside, and with her, a Chinese teammate, ZHOU Hongzhuan goes. So it's China back into first and second position. Catherine DEBRUNNER of Switzerland is moving around the outside, but she's being held at the moment by Chelsea McClammer, and it's now a group of 4 who've got away in the front of this race. Remembering the top 3 go through, but if this pace keeps up the way it is, there is a chance that all 6 of them will go through as they come down to take the bow. It's ZHOU who leads, and ZHOU of China in second place, DEBRUNNER of Switzerland in third, and McClammer, who's in 4th place of the USA, with Gunilla WALLENGREN of Sweden, who's in 5th place.
China, Switzerland, USA, Sweden, the 5 at the moment. It's Kocherova of Russia who's fallen off the back in 6th place. Massive acceleration. What a brilliant double overtaking movement once by ZHOU to hit the front. So it's ZHOU and ZHOU who are up there at the moment. DEBRUNNER has made a good bit of a move as well. McClammer trying to keep in touch in 4th place. Wallengren of Sweden in 5. It's only the top 3 who are going to make it. The Chinese ZHOU are up there. And really, DEBRUNNER has made a very positive move at the right time. McClammer trying to fight back in 4th place for the USA. So China 1 and 2 with ZHOU Hongzhuan, with ZHOU Lihong. They both won titles this week. They're both going to go through. They've done the legwork, but also going very well for Switzerland is Catherine DEBRUNNER. She'll automatically qualify as well. McClammer in 4th place for the USA should be okay. Wallengren is in 5th for Sweden. 12:29.59 the winning time, and coming through in 6th place for Russia is Kocherova. Good race in the end, but the only nation with 2 athletes in it. Bit of teamwork for them in the end. ZHOU Lihong 12:29.59 and ZHOU Hongzhuan 12:29.63. That's timing which tells its own story. Good work by DEBRUNNER. She marked them very closely, made the move at the right time. McClammer has probably done enough to go through, but that's yet to be confirmed. She shot through in 4th place. They just ran off her in the end, but a major acceleration. McClammer started going on the overlap, and then ZHOU blasted through on her outside in lane 3. And then the other Chinese athlete, ZHOU Hongzhuan, doing likewise. Came into the closing straight. China 1 and 2. DEBRUNNER immediately behind in 3rd. McClammer was looking at the clock very carefully, calculating. Good chance she's made it, therefore. In fact, definitely so. 12:45 was the target time. That was the winning time, 12:45 in the first semi-final. So I would say the first 5, 6 are probably through. We'll confirm that for you visually. Kocherova even made it, and she fell off the back at the end. So ZHOU and ZHOU are both through. DEBRUNNER automatically. McClammer, Wallengren and Kocherova as fastest losers. Good work all.